Hello, welcome back to Neverwinter Nights 2. It's been a long wait, I realize that. A lot of life has been going on, but I'm going to try and get back to a, fancy recording schedule. Well, not fancy, just regular again. Anyways, last time we broke it off as soon as we were about to leave this lovely place where we killed the leader of the githyanki who had very ominous warnings about the King of Shadows. Been hearing that name a lot. I bet he is the bad guy in next for the rest of the game.
Can we go now?
Yes, we can go now, Bishop. Please don't crash this time. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back. Glad to see you've all returned, and in one piece, no less.
Yeah, so we are going to discuss some important things, because we have a shard inside of us. That's definitely something to discuss. But good to see you as well.
All right, out with it. What happened? Tell me the tales, the songs, the whole bit.
I could sing a few of the songs our journey inspired, if you are willing.
Quiet,
you were not there.
You were about to say.
Yes. I need to talk to you about something, about the wound I received as a child.
Look, I don't know why you're asking again. Surely you've heard this before. You were just a babe when West Harbor was attacked near the end of the war with the King of Shadows. You suffered that wound from a stray arrow or debris.
It wasn't an arrow or debris. There's a shard lodged inside of me, apparently.
Inside the wound on your chest. That means you've been carrying around the shard almost your entire life. We had no idea.
Notice the stumble in his words. Your uncle has been keeping secrets, I think.
Silence, Bishop. I don't know if I'm the best one to be telling you this, but if you've got one of those shards in you, I think you've earned the right to hear everything.
Yes. The right close to the heart, as it were. Yes. Anyways, this is serious. You're right. I suggest you start talking now.
Dagon probably already told you, but when you were an infant, West Harbor was the site of a battle, a terrible battle. The King of Shadows himself led an army of demons against the Neverwinter army, which had gathered at the village. West Harbor was struck suddenly without warning. There was panic, confusion, villagers fleeing every which way to escape the battle. But Dagon's wife Shayla and your mother Esmeril did not. They stayed behind to save you. As demons and mage fire rained upon the village, they fought to reach your crib. By the time Dagon even realized they were missing, it was too late. He could only watch from a distance as the village was consumed in the battle.
I was told my mother died giving birth to me.
It wasn't my decision to keep what happened to your mother from you, and my brother would be furious I told you. I guess he thought it would be too much for you. In any case, when the few that remained returned to the village,
it's
no
sad
one was
Dagon
alive,
thinks of me so weak-willed.
except you. Your mother was there. So much blood, and you were clutched in her bosom. A deep wound in your chest. She tried to shield you, but the shard must have cut through her and into you. No one knew how you survived, but you did, and your wound sealed itself within days, leaving the scar that you still bear. But if that wound was due to the shard that pierced you, then that raises many questions, and I'm afraid I'm just all out of answers.
Actually, I think that actually gives a lot of answers. It makes sense why this stuff is magical now, because, the whole my life heart's energy is strung to it. The power of my heart fuels the power of the shards, and yes, that sort of thing. You should have told me this a long time ago. It would be
Believe
better.
me, I wanted to. But my brother...
Why the long faces, you two? Somebody die? If so, sounds like a cause for celebration to me. Grobnar, you worthless half-man, strike up a tune before I strike you.
Oh, shut up,
Bishop.
edgelord.
It so happens I have just the tune.
By the way, I've decided it would be in both our interests if I stay on with you.
And why would you want to do that?
What? Does a man need a reason?
Yes.
Come now. Duncan's kind request was enough to start this, I think. Why not finish it?
We don't need any more of your help.
No, there's no need, Bishop. I'm sorry for before. But you've done more than...
Oh, come now, Duncan. I still owe you. And what better way to make it up to you than watching your kin here? After all, a debt is a debt, all the way until the end. Isn't that right?
I hate to ask,
There's
but what
there's
happens
something
now?
real hateful
I can't go
to
back to
that
my farm,
mission.
ashes and all.
I don't know, perhaps Duncan can take you in?
She'll be staying here.
Well, I'd be more than happy to offer the lass my hospitality. But don't you need her to unlock Amanjero's haven?
Well, that seems rather cruel. We don't need her. That's kind of using. So I think Denson would be more like, "You're welcome to travel with us if you'd like, Shanra, but you don't
Travel
have
with
to."
us? Her?
I'd have to agree with Nishka. She's been through enough. Do you think that's wise?
Is there a problem?
I'll say, we don't need her weighing us down like Kelgar's belly.
In light of the recent attacks, we may be placing her in more danger than helping. That is all I meant.
I really appreciate the sudden interest from the both of you, but I can take care of myself. Besides, whenever I'm alone, that's when the problems seem to crop up.
If she's going to
Not
be
really.
with us, she'll need to do some catching up. We can't just keep on rescuing her all the time.
Rescuing me? I can rescue myself. Sometimes, when there's not too many lizard men or githyanki.
Yeah, so in a normal peasant's life. Never mind. Haven't you always wanted to adventure?
Well, I know enough to use a sword, and I can
Oh.
handle myself in a fight. I mean, I'm no
surprises
spellcaster,
me.
but if you need an extra blade, I admit you've rescued me twice now. And if you're going to help teach me to survive these attacks, I accept. But there's some things you're going to have to accept too. I don't like being left behind, because whenever you're out of my sight, suddenly all this trouble starts happening, and I'm really tired of it. So, look. I won't try to get in your way or anything, but I don't want us to part ways again. I've lost too much already. You're not leaving me behind, all right?
Alright, calm down. I didn't mean for anything to happen to you or your home. I will make it, if I can, I will make it up to you, I will.
Then that's all I ask.
Yes. Shanra's joined your party. Well, learning from you, Shanra counts a free companion that will not leave your side.
So the farm girl's going to join our band. Good. We need someone to make up for the paladin, or at least to catch arrows if Grobnar's already dead. For now, I say we crack some of those kegs and drown the
Okay,
flagon
the
in
edgelord
wine.
is sometimes funny. And so the party began. But meanwhile, while there was partying going on, something sinister was afoot once more. In Chapter 2. Yes, we're moving on to Chapter 2. That's why there's so much cutscene here.
Lord Nasher, forgive us. She said it could not wait.
It is a matter of some urgency, and there is little time. My lord, I come to you with...
You will bow to Lord Nasher.
Of course. I meant no disrespect, my lord.
What brings you here, Torio? If there is some new dispute with Luskan, speak with the Trade Guild first, then...
Oh no, my lord. This matter concerns Neverwinter. There is a murderer loose in your city.
Murderer?
Well, probably
And
it's
whom
a.
has this
I mean, it's a
murderer
big
killed?
city.
An entire village lies dead, my lord.
Naval,
That's
have
more
our
than a
scouts
murderer.
reported anything about...
That's a
The
mass
village
murderer.
was slaughtered, and now the murderer hides here within your walls. You must initiate
Mass
a search
murderer.
at once.
Only one of us wears a crown.
I like a
Yet
little bit of
you
silence.
dare to give me orders within my halls? I will do nothing until I confirm this village's destruction. Then, if I see fit, I will act. Do not test me on this.
Whatever pleases you, my lord. But I would act quickly, lest the murderer slip
Mass
through
murderer.
your fingers. If that were to happen, I have no doubt there would be serious repercussions. I do not need to remind you of the extradition treaty.
By every god and his mother, what a fool I was to ever sign anything bearing Luskan's seal.
I can have Torio detained, Lord Nasher.
No. She would not be so bold if there were not something to her claims. Dispatch scouts, Naval, and order the watch to search the city. I think it would be in our interest to find the killer before Luskan does.
If I may, my lord, I have someone well suited to aid in our search. An agent of ours, Sand. I think that he can help us find our true murderer, no matter how deep Luskan tries to hide him.
Sand? I recall that one. I thought he was our eyes, but not by choice.
In this matter, my lord, we may trust him implicitly. He takes a certain pleasure in bringing Luskan truths to light.
Kinky!
Very well. See to it, Naval, and make haste.
No, I can already cast haste. Nah.
There you are.
That sounds ominous. How can I be of assistance there, mister?
I am here because Luskan has accused you of murder. An entire village, no less.
Mass murder.
Have you heard of Ember?
Like the thing that comes out of a fire? Oh, it's a tiny village near Port Las. It's alright, we passed through it. Yes, we did pass through it on the way to rescue Shandar there. What would I know of it?
I've scraped things from my boot that I respect more than Luskan. But unless we find some means of clearing you of these charges, we will have to surrender you to them. We've signed a treaty with Luskan. They have the right to dispense low justice for any crimes committed on their soil. But I'm not turning over a loyal member of the Watch to some Luskan dog on this day or any other.
Poof. Then maybe you'd like to suggest an alternative.
Your guilt is preordained in a Luskan court. If you were a lord, knight, or even a squire, however, then matters would be different. You would be subject to high justice, and your trial would take place here in Neverwinter before Lord Nasher.
Yes, because that's a fair legal system. Commoners, fuck 'em. You got a fancy title? Well, then there's a whole different legal system that applies to you. Well, this is medieval fantasy, I suppose, so it makes sense. There's no way I'm going to let Luskan take me.
I need you to go see Sir Grayson, one of Lord Nasher's most trusted knights, and become his squire. I may also send a friend of mine to assist you. He has proven invaluable in such cases in the past. Mind you, the matter must still go to trial, and if you cannot prove your innocence, then you will face execution. For now, let us deal with what we can. See Sir Grayson at once at Captain Berlena's office. Pledging yourself to Neverwinter's service will give us time to counter these Luskan lies, and until you answer for these charges, the gates of the city will be barred to you. Seek out Grayson, but do not leave the city.
Alright, so we're kind of stuck here.
No way in the hells will I let those Luskans get their hands on you.
But there's still something we can do, right? Even Naval said as much. All you have to do is pledge yourself to one of the knights and Luskan can't touch you.
And
yeah,
we're
all you have to do
innocent
is be a
besides.
little squire, yes.
I mean, the slaughter of an entire village? That's going too far, even by Luskan standards.
Yes, it's mass
Is
murder,
it?
not just
If you
murder.
have something Luskan wants, they'd kill an entire city for it. They don't care. They attacked Neverwinter once, and even now they're sending fleets to attack Ruithim. Give them an excuse and you'll soon find Luskan blades at your gate.
Duncan, looks like we have a guest.
Oh, as if the day couldn't get any worse. What do you want, Sand?
Party!
I am here to help you. And your kin, actually.
Oh, really? And what's the price? If it's more than a half copper, you can see yourself out.
No,
Really, I don't
I
get why this
seem
venomous
to have
thing
been
comes
given
from.
an ultimatum, in fact. I have heard of your troubles with Luskan.
Word travels fast.
Know that if you are sent to Luskan, you will be killed.
Yes, we got that idea. Oh, really? I am quite well aware of that. I know that, yes.
I realize you may find my sincerity difficult to believe, but allow me to act on your behalf. There are laws, and there is right and wrong. While I believe you are quick to take liberties with the law, I do not believe you are guilty of this. And if they should get a hold of you, you will be killed. I believe people should answer for their crimes, but it must be just.
Well, that's a nice spiel. Just to humor me, what will happen if I go to Luskan?
Well, at best, they will put you on trial, or what seems to be one, then execute you. At worst, they will dispense with the courtroom mockery and execute you as soon as you step within the gate. And when I say execute, do not think it will be one clean chop of a headman's axe. Luskins have all sorts of inventive ways for executing prisoners that is best not to describe on a full stomach.
That is true. They have the Prisoner's Carnival, which is basically a circus of execution, if you will. Execution, torture, and punishment. Big public affair. Very cruel. Very popular, I believe. I'm not entirely convinced why you want to help me, though.
If you have ever been ruined by politics, you know that at some point one must make a stand, or else more will fall.
I think we should give him the chance. This is not a battle that can be won by swords, and I, for one, am ill-equipped for such a fight.
Sure.
That's quite a fair
After
admission.
all, a hedge wizard can't make things any worse. Maybe all that digging through books might prove useful.
If we need to burn down Luskin, then perhaps we shall seek you, Quara, but your ignorance will cause more damage here than you know. Luskin is not ruled by men, it is ruled by magic, by the masters of the towers. And if they have decided that you are to be delivered to them, then...
So, let them try.
Whatever spark of magic you think you have, you
I don't
idiot
get why
girl,
this,
they will bleed
some
from you by
animosity
demon,
comes from.
spell, and curse until even your father won't be able to save you. And I suspect that what they seek may have consequence beyond you, beyond me, for much of the realms.
So, what do you suggest?
Fortunately, becoming a squire is enough for our needs, and I believe you have already been told about someone who can help you. Sir Grayson, yes? Let me join with you. I have considerable experience with these matters, and foiling Luskin plots is something I relish.
Oh, really? Alright, welcome to the group, Sand. So yeah, we have now a wizard. That's actually quite handy. I am going to take Grobnar along for a second. See if we can't craft some armor while we're here. Who else should I take? Maybe Casimir? Yeah, I think Casimir is a good representative.
Me?
Okay, yeah, let's level up Grobnar so he has more crafting skill. More skill in crafting armor, very good. Yeah, we'll just take all these points. Am I missing something? Yes, I am missing concentration. Level 4 spells, okay. Don't have greater heroism yet, that's a shame. What is Resonating Bolt? That's a new one. 1d4 per castle level. Kind of interested, seems interesting. Or shall we go with greater invisibility? I think greater invisibility is kind of always good. And you know what? Yes, let's take the Resonating Bolt along. Could be interesting. Oh, I can only take one. Okay. Then we'll leave it at this. And we're actually nearly level, the next level, which would be level 12. Going fast. So now I am curious, if we go back into the little hole in the back, see if we can, you know, craft that fancy adamantine plate mail that I want to have. So we're going with inspire competence. I already has the intelligence, very good. Can he cast greater heroism? Yes, he can. He can cast heroism, so that's at least a little bit better. Right, let's see what we can make. Who knows? Might just be enough. No! Aww! I think we're getting so close. Though that does remind me, maybe Sand has like a better intelligence spell and that might just be enough. Let's actually look at his spells and give him some new ones. Because that's what wizards are good for. Getting like lots and lots of spells. Let's give him the bag. Sand, you can have the bag. It'll be cool. Oh, we also need to identify this.
Listening, really?
Idiocus armor, what is it? From Karator. It's a +1 armor that provides slashing and piercing resistance. That's quite good. That might be something we are going to be wearing ourselves. If we can make like a adamantine plate. Let's just dump every spell. See what we still need to learn. I think there's a lot of things he actually can't cast, but whatever. Okay, alright, let's do this. Owl's Wisdom, Scribe Scroll. Scribe Scroll. Already have that one, okay. Elements, clairvoyance, resist elements. We're learning a lot of things. Curse, detect undead, slow. Already has those, already has that. Alright, well, I think we'll just, because this has been a long bit of, you know, exposition. I think next time we'll have everything learned, see if we can make that fancy adamantine plate mail that I am so craving. And then head out in the city to become a knight, yeah, knight, cool, night, goodbye, good night.